In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about variables. So you've used variables in math, like x and y. And what is a variable? A variable is something that, a container for holding some kind of data. So in math, for x and y, the data is usually a number, right? However, in programming, it's very important that we have variables that can hold data. We need our data to be able to change, right? Otherwise, like games, score would never update. Or if it's showing the name of a player or something, that name would never update. So the types of data that we hold in programs can be numbers, integers, whole numbers. It can be decimal numbers, which would be floats or doubles. In Unity, we usually use floats. It can be words. So a string holds the words, and it can be a special variable type, a data type called a Boolean, which only holds a true or false. Alright, so I have made our first variable. So the things we do with variables is we declare them. So by declaring them, you give it a data type and a name. So this is an integer variable called num. Alright. You can declare a float data type, and then you give it a name. Now names can't start with numbers, so you can't say something like this. But you can say something like this. Okay. Names have to be all connected, so you can't say, so I'm going to make a string, and I'm going to say that won't work because it's not connected. So you can do a couple things connected. You can use an underscore. We'll do that. Or what we do a lot is we do camel case. So then I'm going to make a Boolean, which in this case is bool, is, and the camel case has a capital in the middle of it. So I've got an integer, which holds whole numbers, a float, which holds decimal numbers. I'm going to change it to decimal. A name, a string that holds a name, words, and a Boolean that holds a true or false. Okay, so that's declaring them. Now, the first time you put data in it is called initializing it. And a good place to initialize is in the start. That's why it says use for initialize, because the start just happens once. So I'm going to say num, and I'm going to use my assignment variable, assignment operator, which is the equal sign, and I'm going to give num a value. And I'm going to do the same thing with decimal. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to build this. So building is like compiling in other programs, and it's going to tell me what it doesn't like. So right here it's saying load or type can't be converted to a float. So since I just put 0.5, it thinks it's a double. And I want a float because I declared it as a float. So I have to put an F. Alright, we'll see that a lot in Unity. And let's make my name. And names, strings have to go in quotes. And every statement ends in a semicolon. And lastly is, oops, that was supposed to be strong, string. And booleans can be true or false, so let's say true. And let's change that to strong. Alright, so we declared them and we initialized them. You can declare and initialize in the same statement. Okay. Now, let's print them out. We're going to use debug block. Excuse me. We're going to use a little plus concatenate operator, and then the name of the variable that will give us a way to print it. So it's going to print this stuff in orange in the quotes, just like it is, and then it's going to print the data from the variables. So it's build again. Alright, so now, this time it's not red, they're yellow. These are just warnings. So it's just saying you never used it. Who cares? That's fine. Alright, let's save. Alright, so when it built, it was all saved up, so it's all saved. Let's go back to our Unity. And to run it, we need to attach it to a script sprite. So I attached it to the ramp sprite, and there it is. I did that just by dragging it over like that, or I could have dragged it to the ramp here. Alright, let's run it. And here it is. So num equals 0. My name is Rudolph. Is strong is true. And these are from the sprite. I mean the butterfly. Alright, now, so we've declared and we've assigned. And now we're going to reassign. So we can use our assignment operator, which is the equals, and change it to 10. And save, back to Unity, and run. And this time we've got, and number now is 10. Alright, you're going to try making some variables of your own.